Which is better, the new Model Y Standard, the Model Y Premium, which used to be the base model, or the most expensive one, the new Model Y Performance? Well, in this episode, we are going to find out. The Model Y Standard gets a very clean exterior design. The bonnet is sloped downwards, and it gets these really slim headlights. The body panels are really smooth. There are very few creases. The most noticeable ones are below the headlights. The very smooth and clean design theme continues down the side. The body panels for the most part are very smooth. It gets flush door handles. The curved roofline helps to maximize range, and so do these wheels with the removable covers. Speaking of which, this vehicle gets 18-inch wheels as standard. You can upgrade to 19-inch wheels. Now, this is the only version of the Model Y which doesn't have auto-dimming mirrors, nor does it have power folding mirrors. They fold manually. The clean design theme even continues on the back. In addition, it gets these slim taillights, with the charge port beautifully integrated into the left one, and a rear diffuser to help with aerodynamics. For its size, it's very lightweight. It weighs at around 4,100 pounds. Overall, it doesn't look bad. It's a nice looking car. The premium Model Y, even though it isn't, looks a lot more expensive than the standard. On the front, it has a light bar, and below them are the actual headlights. The bumper design is a lot different. This model gets 19-inch wheels as standard, and you can upgrade to 20-inch wheels. Also, this version's side mirrors are auto-dimming and power folding. Apart from that, it looks the same from the side, unlike the front and the back, which looks amazing. The cherry on top is that indirect rear light bar. I mean, it just looks superb. Now, this model is heavier. It weighs just under 4,400 pounds, but overall it looks stunning. So does the performance. On the front, it looks pretty much the same as the premium Model Y, except it gets a more aggressive looking front bumper, with black accents underneath the headlights. Regardless of which paint you go for, it gets black side mirrors. It also gets 21-inch wheels and red brake calipers. On the back, it gets a carbon fiber rear spoiler, the performance badge on the trunk, and a more aggressive looking rear bumper. Although I'm not a big fan of the rear bumper design. 2 reasons. The diffuser is designed in a way where it looks like there would be exhaust pipes, and unlike the front, it has fake vents on the rear. Just these couple of things I'm not a fan of. Otherwise, this car looks terrific. It's a little bit heavier than the premium. It weighs slightly above 4,400 pounds. Overall, both the premium and the performance are fantastic looking vehicles. In my opinion though, the performance just has the edge. The Model Y Standard has a decent interior. It's only available with textile seats. The steering wheel is manually adjusted. There aren't even buttons to adjust the front seats. Instead, they're adjusted through the screen. And it's not available with a glass roof. But just like with any other Tesla, the interior design is super minimal. Everything is done through this beautiful display, which in this variant is 15.4 inches big, just like in the premium. And overall, the premium has a much nicer cabin. This is a beautiful interior. There's so many details in this cabin that make it feel much more expensive compared to the standard. It gets much nicer materials throughout. It has ambient lighting, which looks wonderful at night. It has a proper center console with no open space. Of course, it has a power-adjusted steering wheel and traditional buttons to adjust the front seats. Also, unlike the standard, it gets a rear display and power folding and reclining rear seats. Moreover, it gets that lovely glass roof. And then comes the interior of the performance, which takes things a step further. This is just a wonderful interior. So this variant gets a 16-inch display. It also gets carbon fiber trim and these beautiful sports seats, which have bigger bolsters to hold you better in place, and adjustable under-thigh support. The premium has a gorgeous cabin, and the performance's interior is even better. All variants get a heated steering wheel, front heated seats, and front wireless charging. The premium and the performance get front ventilated seats, rear heated seats, and a HEPA filter. Regardless of which variant you go for, the amount of tech you'll get is the same. So the Model Y is a super high-tech vehicle. Throughout ownership, it will consistently get better, thanks to over-the-air software updates. Every single Tesla out there has neither Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto, though it's not a problem. Tesla's infotainment system is one of the best. In fact, this is their own version of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It features Google Maps with live traffic data. It will also alert you for upcoming traffic light or speed cameras, like in Waze when using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Getting a connectivity subscription will allow you to use other features, including a bunch of different music apps, and they have so many cool features. There's a built-in AI assistant, so you can ask the system a bunch of different questions. These beautiful displays have a ton of videos to watch and many games to play. The front display has built-in zoom, so you can attend Zoom meetings. So many features. All variants of the Model Y have something called Sentry Mode, which is a super advanced anti-theft system. When suspicious activity is detected, it'll record using the external cameras for the self-driving systems, and then you can view that footage through its built-in dashcam, on the main display, or on your phone. And through your phone, you can view these cameras in real time. There's also a feature called Dog Mode, which is very useful if you have pets. So when leaving your pet in the car, it will keep the climate on and display a message on the main display, letting people outside know the pet inside is safe. There are so many more features. These are the major ones. Overall, the Standard's interior is not that impressive, unlike the Premium's and the Performance's interior. They both have a lovely cabin. All versions of the Model Y have a trunk space of 30 cubic feet. The Model Y Standard has an additional 3.1 cubic feet of space in the frunk. The Premium and the Performance's frunk is not only bigger by 1 cubic foot, they have a built-in drain so you can pour ice and store your drinks. All variants have a towing capacity of around 3,500 pounds. The entry level has a ground clearance of 6.4 inches. The Premium has a ground clearance of 6.6 inches. The Performance, however, has a ground clearance of 6 inches, due to it riding on lowered suspension. The Model Y Standard has one electric motor driving the rear wheels. Exact power output figures aren't released yet. What is released is the 0 to 60 time, which is 6.8 seconds. This vehicle features a 69.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which is good for a range of 321 miles, and it can charge at 225 kilowatts. All other variants have an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which can charge at 250 kilowatts. There are two versions of the Model Y Premium. The rear-wheel drive has 295 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. Its 0 to 60 time is 5.6 seconds, and it has a range of 357 miles. The all-wheel drive has two electric motors. Combined, they make 397 horsepower and 389 pound-feet of torque. It can complete the 0 to 60 time in 4.6 seconds. And finally, its range is 327 miles. The Performance also has two electric motors, which are more powerful. Combined, they make 460 horsepower and 547 pound-feet of torque. Its 0 to 60 time is 3.3 seconds. Super fast. It has a range of 306 miles. What's more exciting than its range is the fact that this variant has bidirectional charging, allowing its battery to both receive and supply power. With this, you can use the vehicle to power up your home during power outage or to power up certain machines. When camping, for instance, it's a wonderful feature, usually found in pickup trucks. The Model Y Standard gets spring suspension with passive dampers. With this, the damping stays fixed. Its overall suspension, though, is less stiff, to provide a comfortable ride. The Premium gets frequency selective dampers, which automatically alter the damping based on the frequency of the suspension movement, providing better ride comfort and handling. Obviously, this setup is more expensive, but not as expensive as the setup in the Performance. This variant features adaptive dampers, which continuously adjust the damping levels electronically based on the road conditions. This offers the best balance between comfort and handling. Furthermore, the Performance gets stiffer bushings for improved responsiveness. Also, its rear wheels are wider for improved handling and traction, and it gets upgraded brakes to handle its higher speed and acceleration. These vehicles get sway bars to minimize body roll, improving the stability and the handling. They all have speed-sensitive steering, which provides more steering power assist at low speeds for quicker response. At higher speeds, it reduces the power assist for better stability. Electric vehicles have instant torque, thanks to their electric motors providing consistent power in a wider speed range. When you lift your foot off the throttle, the motors will start to go in reverse motion, bringing the vehicle to a stop. While it does that, the battery recovers a bit of energy. This process is known as regenerative braking, and it makes the driving experience a lot more convenient. These vehicles have their huge battery packs at the bottom of their chassis, providing a lower center of gravity, which will help to reduce body roll and keep these vehicles flat when cornering. And these cars have various driving assistant features to make the driving experience even more convenient. All variants have traffic-aware cruise control. All variants except the standard come included with autopilot, providing steering assist to keep you inside of the lane. With this, they can essentially drive by themselves on the highway. You can fit each vehicle with park assist and lane change assist, so they can change lanes by themselves and park by themselves. These features are part of the full self-driving package, which will allow the vehicle to drive completely by itself, including city streets, and it works beautifully. The self-driving tech in Teslas, compared to in any other car, is way more advanced. These cars come with a lot of safety features as standard. They have forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking, lane departure avoidance, blind spot assist, rear cross traffic alert, and a lot of other safety features. In third place is the Model Y Standard. I was a little bit disappointed by this vehicle, mainly by the fact that it's too stripped for the price. In second place is the Performance, the most expensive version. Out of all, this is definitely the best car. It's definitely worth it over the Standard. It's not worth it over the Premium though, which is why the Premium is in first place. It's almost as brilliant as the Performance, yet more than $10,000 less expensive, and it's for sure worth the extra cash over the Standard. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best cars you can buy. And if you're thinking of buying one, or any other Tesla, use our referral link in the description for discounts or an extended trial of the full self-driving. Also, let me know in the comments if you agree with my verdict. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode.